I invested $9,000 and I'm on pace to turn that into $10,000 just in the first year. Guys, that's over 110% return on your investment, more than most people make in the stock market in a decade. I did it through midterm rentals right here in Bryan-College Station. Guys, this is going to be a great video where I break down exactly how much money I'm making on my midterm rental. Of course, this is the fourth video in a 4-video series where I give you the play-by-play, the actual steps I took to turn a long-term rental into a midterm rental. And I'm happy to say that we've increased the cash flow by over $800 per month. We're gonna cover all of that and more on this episode on your favorite channel of investing in Bryan-College Station, Texas, your go-to channel for growing your wealth through real estate right here in Bryan-College Station, Texas. And for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Greg Schwartz, and I'm a Marine Corps helicopter pilot turned real estate investor. Along the way, I got my real estate license, helping investors just like yourself. Along the way, I worked as a property manager with over 100 units in my portfolio. Along the way, I started investing in Airbnbs and midterm rentals. And today we're gonna cover exactly how much money I'm making off my most recent midterm rental here in College Station. Guys, stay tuned. It's gonna be a good one. If you have not seen the other videos on my midterm rental series, go check it out right now. Hopefully there's a link over my shoulder. If not, there's definitely one in the description below. If you don't want to watch those videos, I'll bring you up to speed. My wife and I decided back in the beginning of the year to convert our long-term rental unit in one of our fourplexes to a midterm rental unit. Now, this isn't our first time doing this. In fact, this will be our 8th midterm rental, and our goal was to increase cash flow. Ultimately, we wanted to gross $2,000 per month, and that would put this one on par with our other midterms. So we started the process in March when our tenants moved out. We upgraded the unit, we furnished the unit. In total, we spent about $9,000 between furnishings and upgrades to get this thing rent ready, Airbnb ready, midterm rental ready, and we had our first booking about a day after going live mid-April. That was a one-night booking. Since then, we've had 3 bookings. All of those were for 30 days. So let's talk about some of the numbers. Our gross income in that time frame has been $5,826, or right around $1,600 per month, $1,665. Now, our goal was $2,000, so it seems like we're coming up short, but the truth is we know that the fall season is just a more high demand season. Here in Aggieland, we call the fall football season. So of course, with the football games going on, with the parents coming to town, we do have increased prices per night, and therefore midterm rentals do make more money. In fact, we already have a booking for August for $2,600, so surely that will bring our average up, and I expect that we will hit our $2,000 per month average. Guys, you should feel gross because I feel gross because I just talked about gross income. Now, that means that I only shared with you how much money the unit made, not how much it made when you account for expenses, not the profit. So let's talk about the profit, or in real estate, we like to talk about cash flow. So actually that number's pretty inflated. Our cash flow was $1,086 on average per month for the first 3 months. Our long-term rentals usually make $200, so that means that we increased our cash flow by about $800 a month, or nearly $10,000 if you annualize that over a year's time frame. Now, here's the kicker. I don't think that we're going to see that level of cash flow on average going forward because, quite frankly, our other Airbnbs have not averaged that high. We're used to seeing $500 to $700 a month in cash flow. So we're probably $300 to $500 high on these first 3 months. And the reason is that we didn't have any major maintenance issues. You see, you should expect to have to deal with things like replacing an AC, replacing a water heater, replacing a dishwasher, having to refund somebody some money in an Airbnb. Those things had not happened in those first 3 months. So we got lucky. But ultimately, I do think this will be a strong Airbnb for us, and I'm looking forward to the football season. Guys, let's summarize real quick what we did in just a few short months. We took a relatively upgraded long-term rental, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, that was cash flowing around $200 a month. And we invested into it $3,000 in upgrades, $6,000 in furnishing costs. That's when we account for some of the furniture that we sold after the fact. Anyway, $6,000 in furnishings and a month and a half of total time to get it up and running. Now that's a little bit longer than it should have taken, but of course, I work a full-time job helping clients just like you buy and sell real estate here in Bryan-College Station. The Schwartz Realty Group hit us up. So it took us a month and a half, but at the end, we were able to set up a midterm rental that had now for the first 3 months has averaged $1,000 in cash flow, meaning we increased the cash flow by $800 a month, which is a pretty good return on a $9,000 investment. And as I said, I don't think it'll be that good for forever. I am still waiting for that shoe to drop because we always end up having an appliance or a water heater or an AC go out in any given year. So I expect that cash flow number to come down slightly, but in any case, guys, I really think this was a really good move for us. Of course, if you want to know the finer details of how we furnish a property, we have a video on that right here in the video series on midterm rentals. If you want to know how we set up this midterm model on Airbnb and on Price Labs, we have a video on that as well. And if you just want more videos about growing your wealth, we drop a new video every single week. It'd be a great idea to go hit that subscribe button, because I have a goal, I have a passion to help you grow your wealth through real estate in my favorite towns of Bryan and College Station, Texas. So my only real ask is until next week when I drop the next video is that you take it easy.